Tuesday, Rubio and Cruz are now in a cage match for second. Cruz is pushing his conservative credentials to gin up votes in Nevada.
If we keep going this same direction, we risk doing irreparable damage to the greatest country in the history of the world.
The establishment's best hope right now, Marco Rubio, who despite having spent some of his childhood here, left Nevada this morning to focus on Super Tuesday.
Every time this race narrows, we pick up support.
See, everybody's worried about Trump.
But it could be too little, too late.
He has placed himself in the best position possible to win the nomination, and I just don't see who stops him.
Oh.
Like all the states so far, Nevada is expecting record turnout. This race just keeps getting tighter and even more tense. Tonight, Ted Cruz saying that he wouldn't gamble his daughter's futures on Donald Trump. Lester?
See, everybody's panicking about Donald Trump. Listen, it's simple. I'm a Canadian, but let me tell you what is the problem. Abraham Lincoln. He freed the blacks, the slaves. That was in the 1800s. Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. Civil rights. The only, almost 100 years later, that the blacks were freed, then they had rights. 100 years later, 1964. America, so great. I better watch what I say because Google will shut down my blog again. Then you had Mexican coming over, not like it used to be. It always been bad. El Paso, I was there when I rode my bicycle across the states. And you see Mexican, they were just going across the border between El Paso and Juarez. And Juarez, I was there. Now, they find dead bodies all over the place. Okay, never mind that. So now, 1964, blacks had rights. I went there 1978. And you know what? The blacks had no rights. 1978, the blacks had no rights. Because I seen their places. I went to see where Martin Luther King were assassinated in Memphis. And everybody asked me, oh, did you go to Graceland? But I did go to Graceland after, met the uncle of Elvis Presley and everything. But Memphis had the most poor black section it was sad. Our summer cottages in Shediac are mansions compared to their homes. So this is 1970. Then the 1980s. Then the 1990s, we have the internet. The internet. What is the internet? The internet gives everybody a camera. No, YouTube came afterward. But it gave a voice to the people. A voice. Freedom of speech. The 1990s. It started. Then 2010. Then you have Facebook. Then you have Donald Trump message of hope. Twitter. He tweets about 10,000 times a day. And yes, he tweets his own tweets. So we're 2010. Freedom. And then we have the internet also is in the Middle East. The Middle East, which they've been fighting there for 10,000 years. Now they have the internet. Okay? So they have the internet. And then they come up with their sick videos, execution and everything. And then they have a whole group of people. There's no more media only control. Irving still control the newspapers in New Brunswick. Somebody came from Ontario. He can't believe that one person controls all the newspaper. But that's another story. So, the Make America Great Again. The Americans are pissed off. They're pissed. Their arrogant attitude of American white only. It always been like that. It's America. The capitalist system where the rich gets richer. Wall Street, the 1%, that is America. People are pissed. You have some other people say, I promise you this. Obama, what's that? Giswick? What was his name? The speaker. Anyway, I have the speech impairment, as you can tell. But they always arrive to Washington, they're going to change everything, and at the end, they don't change. So, to keep that America great, and finally, they're so pissed off, the American, Donald Trump is going to win. Donald Trump is going to win because the American way of we Americans only. Don't forget there, it's not for everybody. To have the Syrians come to America or other immigrants, to drive by, to ride by to sail by the Statue of Liberty and have tears in their eyes and say, oh, America, they're the land of freedom. It's bullshit. Because America has the right to bear arms too. And we know where that went. School shooting. That's another story. But the bottom line, Donald Trump is going to win. Because America always been single-minded, not open toward other people or other people around this world. Matter of fact, that's where the Tea Party started, I think, with 1776. But anyway, bottom line, Donald Trump is going to win.